Let's talk to Mo Metcalf-Fisher, External Affairs Director of Countryside Alliance. Mo, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike. Great to see you.
Good to see you. I understand things are hotting up this week on the farming front. Keir Starmer's expecting to see the Conservatives using Opposition Day, I think, on Wednesday, to put a motion forward that would cancel the changes to agricultural property relief.
Yeah, well, it seems to be the first real time that MPs are going to have a serious debate, or can have a serious debate, about this incredibly controversial tax hike, which seemingly came out of nowhere, has caused nothing but misery, anxiety and stress for farming families up and down the country. And we really hope that MPs from all parties put their party allegiances to one side and get behind this debate and vote against this awful family farm tax. And we're in the process, our members and supporters are sending letters to MPs. Remember, Mike, quite a lot of those MPs now are actually Labour MPs representing rural seats for the first time. So it's really important that they demonstrate on Wednesday that they have their farmers' community back.
You know, it's interesting, and you might be able to help us with this, actually, because somebody asked me the other day if we could compile a list of all the Labour MPs who are, in fact, in rural constituencies and get them all on the show and ask them what they're going to do about the way that this government has decided to punish farmers.
Well, I mean, look, we're getting some feedback from our members who are writing to MPs from all parties, but also Labour. And it's interesting to see the responses. There's definitely some sympathy among Labour MPs in rural areas, but not quite enough that they're willing to put their heads above the parapet and speak out against this tax. I mean, our president, I'm not sure if you've seen Mike Ann Mallieu, fantastic peer. She is very much behind the farmers on this, and she's doing what she can to talk to Labour colleagues. I would suggest that if you were interested in that, you'd have a look at the Independent's website. They've done a list of rural Labour MPs, and I understand that they've reached out to all of them, and have had very few, if any, respond. But Wednesday is going to be an opportunity for those MPs in those areas to come out and speak out against this tax. There's no doubt that they've been inundated with emails, not just from the Countryside Alliance, but the NFU, all the other rural groups, and the wider public. Remember, it's not just about rural areas, it's also about the wider public. The public are on side with farmers in this drought.
Oh, totally, yeah. We get, every single day, we get people telling us that they're in support of the farmers, and also many outraged as well, once we revealed a story that came out in the Express, I think, just 10 days ago or so, that £500 million, the approximate amount of money they're getting from this inheritance tax, is also now going to be paid out to farmers in Asia, Africa and South America to help them cope with climate change. I mean, you couldn't make it up, could you?
No, I mean, it's the whole thing, Mike, has been a total PR disaster.
Yeah.
You know, from the moment it was announced, it became quite clear that DEFRA hadn't even had the heads up. You know, one of the farming ministers, Daniel Zeichner, was out on the stumps a couple of days after the budget, and he alluded to the fact that they would be looking at how their figures on impact were so wildly different, not just to the NFUs and the CLAs, but also the treasuries. This whole thing has been a disaster. And the problem with this, Mike, is if Rachel Reeves doesn't get the farming groups around the table, put a stop to this policy and really think about how she can deal with the, you know, genuine tax evaders, but not throw family farmers under the bus, which appears to be what's going to happen.
Exactly right. Totally agree with you, Mo. Thanks for talking to us. Mo Metcalf-Fisher there from the Countryside Alliance.